The Western Conference Finals got underway last night, and for the first time in a long time, the Eastern Conference Finals without a team from the state of Florida, more importantly for us, without the Florida Panthers, will get underway tonight. What's up, Florida Panthers Daily? I'm AJ Sheridan back here with you on Thursday, May 21st. Still doing this from the road in my little hotel room here. So, coming at you a little bit different on what might be an abbreviated version of Florida Panthers Daily here, part of the Fan Arch community. And you see Panthers history down on the third, where we've usually been having it bat in the leadoff spot here on Florida Panthers Daily. And well, that's because the Panthers haven't played any games on this day, May 21st, but I'll preview what we have coming tomorrow because tomorrow the Panthers have had a lot of action on May 22nd. Also, tomorrow's a Friday, so we're going to have a fun edition of Florida Panthers Daily here for you tomorrow. But today we're going to hit on a few other things. Got the World Championships going on. Matthew Tkachuk returned to that. I'll tell you how that game went and a whole lot more here on Florida Panthers Daily. I'm also going to need your help here for this first segment. I want you to let me know in the comments down below when you go down and scroll down and hit that subscribe button here on Florida Panthers Daily. Or you can DM me at AJ Sheridan Radio on Instagram or X, Twitter. But easiest way, I will respond to all of the comments down below here on YouTube. And who is your biggest rival as a Panther fan? The Carolina Hurricanes will be in action tonight in the Eastern Conference Finals. We played them many times in the playoffs over the last few years, including tomorrow for the past few seasons. Or you had the Vegas Golden Knights in action last night. I'm recording this right now. I got the TV on as puck drop is happening in Colorado. Do you not like Vegas because of what they did to the Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup Finals just a few years ago? Or you have the obvious answers. You have the Boston Bruins, or maybe the most obvious in the battle for Florida, you have the Tampa Bay Lightning. But an interesting article was put out yesterday on, David Duwork on thehockeynews.com. He did a little research about who teams hate the most around the entire United States. And well, in the state of Florida, this vote had the most hated team on a team that I didn't mention a second ago because I'm mentioning it now. The most hated team in the state of Florida is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Believe it or not, the most southern state where hockey is played, the most southern team with the Florida Panthers, and the most hated team outside the state or inside from fans in the state of Florida. The most hated team is the Toronto Maple Leafs in a whole different country. Is it the fan base? Is it the "We Want Florida" chants from just a few years ago? Again, we've talked about on this day in Florida Panthers history, the games where we were walking out of the stadium chanting, "We want Florida." So maybe that's why. Maybe the Lightning also don't like them. And in this vote on thehockeynews.com, it involved the whole state of Florida. So you have maybe the Lightning canceling out the Panther fans and vice versa. I mean, the Panthers have knocked the Maple Leafs out of the playoffs 3 of the past 4 seasons. Tampa took them out in 2022. So a team from Florida has taken them out a while ago. No states, according to this poll on the Hockey News, had Florida as the most hated team. And you want to know who was the most hated team in the United States, according to this article from the Hockey News? It was the team in action last night, and that's why I started on the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the most hated team in 11 different states. And funny enough, this article points out of those 11 states, 2 of them aren't even in the continental United States. Alaska and Hawaii say they all hate one of the most recent teams in the NHL. They've played in the Western Conference Finals 5 times in the last 9 years, so a new team, but they have some success. I'm out here in St. Louis right now. I can't imagine many people don't like the Blues, but not too far from Kansas City. When you win, people tend to not like you. We see that in the NFL with the Kansas City Chiefs. And then next up for the most hated team, according to this article from the Hockey News, it's a team the Vegas Golden Knights are squaring off against in the Western Conference Finals, and that is the Colorado Avalanche. 8 teams, so 19 of the United States' most hated teams are playing in the Western Conference Finals. But you know what they say, you hate them or love them, you're going to watch them. And that is what is happening with the Western Conference Finals. Because if you love hockey the way I love hockey, well, then you get the chance to watch it, and you're going to watch it because you know the offseason is right around the corner. Interesting note, a lot of teams play up in New York. You got the Devils in New Jersey. Most hated team up there was the Boston Bruins. And then you go to Pennsylvania, the most hated team there was the New York Rangers. Some random ones, you had the Flyers being the most hated team in West Virginia. The Oilers being most hated in Nevada. If I had to guess, that's probably a Vegas and Edmonton Oilers thing. But let me know in the comments down below, what team can you not stand? It doesn't have to be a rival. Maybe there is just a random team out there that you're like, I can't, just get them off my TV. They come to Sunrise, you go and you just root extra loud for the Florida Panthers. Let me know in the comments down below here on Florida Panthers Daily. And as we do on every Friday right here on the pod, we respond to your comments. So let me know in the comments down below. Comment and subscribe. It does a lot for us as we are into the off season. But the off season means some Florida Panthers are playing in the IIHF World Championships, and Matthew Tkachuk saw his return to the ice, of course, after missing the first 4 games of the World Championships over there in Switzerland. It was a big game for the Stars and Stripes yesterday on Wednesday. They won in a shootout, a 4-3 win for America over Germany. They will be back in action on Saturday against Latvia, which also has some Panthers on that team, but there are other Panthers in action over there for the Stars and Stripes. If you're big on social media or Twitter, I reposted it. The Florida Panthers put out a picture of Matthew Tkachuk with Elmo, said same Elmo. We love Matthew Tkachuk too. It's up on my Twitter, reposted from the Panthers at AJ Sheridan Radio. And then Alshire, the Florida Panthers defenseman who didn't play a lot with the Panthers this year, but now getting some good reps over at the World Championships. He was able to get a goal to make it a 1-1 game, and that helped lead the Czech to a win over Italy. So some Panthers in action all around the country, or all around the world at the World Championships. We'll continue to keep you updated on that here on Florida Panthers Daily. And speaking of keeping you up to date, you know, if you've been following the channel here, that we've been doing this day in Florida Panthers history to keep you up to date and remember some of the good times that we've experienced over the past 4 years. So I've been doing my research. What game do we have on this day? What game do we have on this day? And this was the day here, May 21st, that I was scared of the most. I'm on vacation. I can't stay up late to watch these games and recap what happened last night. I have to be up at 4 in the morning. The Panthers didn't play on this day. But I still kept it in here on the pod because tomorrow is going to be a big day on this day in Florida Panthers history, because on this day in 2025, 2024, 2023, the Panthers played in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Hurricanes in 23, against the Hurricanes again just a year ago in 2025, and then also in Game 1 in 2024 when it was against the New York Rangers. So tomorrow, make sure you have that subscribe button if you want to hit the post notifications to allow those notifications to come to you when the videos go up at 11 a.m. every single day here on YouTube. You're going to want to check it out. You're going to want to be here for it because we got 3 games to break down for you. So like I said today, a little bit of an abbreviated version as I am here on a work trip right now. Don't have as much time to be recording this here with you, but I'm still going every single day, Monday through Friday, because that's what we do here on Florida Panthers Daily, part of the Fan Arch community. I got to keep you up to date, but with no games this day in Florida Panthers history, it means we are in for a big one tomorrow. And speaking of the Carolina Hurricanes, speaking of the Eastern Conference Finals, they will get underway tonight. The Montreal Canadiens have played the most games possible so far through 2 rounds, playing 14. And you got, on the other hand, the Carolina Hurricanes. They've swept their first 2 series, 8-0 so far in this year's Stanley Cup playoffs, and they are big favorites tonight in Game 1 inside the Lenovo Center there in Raleigh, North Carolina. And last night I kept it basic, and I said, give me the Avalanche on the money line. Right now we're 5 minutes into that game, 2 shots apiece, a physical game, lots of hitting going on in that one. I expect that tonight from the Hurricanes, from what they've learned playing the Florida Panthers the past few seasons. So my best bet here today on Thursday, May 21st, right here on Florida Panthers Daily, is going to be, give me the Carolina Hurricanes and give me them in regulation. I expect them to continue to play dominant. I expect them maybe a slow start. The Canadiens we've seen have some slow starts as well. The Hurricanes will knock the rust off by the second period. They'll get that win in regulation. That's my best bet of the day here on Thursday, May 21st, right here on Florida Panthers Daily. You disagree with me? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know who you think the Panthers' biggest rival is, or who you just can't stand the most. We'll be back tomorrow with a little longer version, a little more normal version here on Florida Panthers Daily. But I got to go run. I got to get back and go do some more touring. So until tomorrow, Florida Panthers Daily, let's go Cats.